Welcome back to The Mix. Our next guest draws on the strength and the stories of his community and presents them in finely honed and engaging songs. We caught up to Art Napoleon on the shores of Lake Harrison, BC. Nice to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, here at Harrison Hot Springs. Our first question is, who are your relations?
Well, I grew up in a community called East Moberly Lake, otherwise known as Soto First Nation.
You mentioned Soto. But it's Cree, yeah? Your people are Cree?
Well, there was a group of Soto families that migrated from Manitoba just before the turn of this last century. Mm-hmm. And so we're talking probably 1890, somewhere around there. The main Aboriginal language there has become Cree, though, because it was always the language of business, language of the fur trade in the old days.
Yeah.
Well, an old friend of mine got married one day, but it wasn't in the most usual way. She was a mail-order bride, come COD, from one of those countries way overseas. He said you only live once and then you leave this world. You gotta leave your mark if it's only a scratch. You can make your point and have your say. As soon as you're done, you get out of the way.
How about musically? What are your roots?
Well, you know, I come from a musical family. My grandpa was a, drummer, ceremonial singer, social singer too, Cree style. And I had an Uncle Frank who was the best fiddler in town, best fiddler on the res. And so my other musical influences as far as contemporary music are all the roots performers. Like on any res, there's always a Johnny Cash, Hank Williams influence, CCR, Bob Seger. They're still hits. Hey, any reserve in Canada?
Yeah.
They're not playing top 40. They're playing all that old rock and old country, the stuff with real soul.
I never made any fuss and I never complained as the sun danced in circles and slipped in the rain. I may be a frail man, I may be an old man, I might be insane, but I won't die cold, man. I'm not being a wise man, I've told many lies, but I'll always be level with you. There ain't much room in the world to see. Oh, dysfunctional mystics like you and me.
Well, I grew up around stories, I grew up at a time when an elder spoke, everybody basically dropped what they were doing and listened, not because it was just etiquette and respect, but we wanted to hear those stories because they were really good storytellers.
Try to do my best. I sing at least half the songs in Cree. That's my contribution to the cultural revitalization. And there's a little dance floor there. Feel free to jump up and make that floor bounce a little bit on this night, okay? Here we go.
Cree is part of your music as well.
That's what was coming out. I'd go for a walk and a tune would come and it would come out in Cree and I thought, why should I change that? That's my language and that's who I am. I'm not pretending to be something.
Sure.
And I really don't get off on Canadian singers that sing with Texas accents and actors with British accent, and they're from Canada and they're singing about Tennessee when they should be singing about Moberly. Stompin' Tom does Canadian things.
Yeah.
He's a, true blue Canadian, and I'm a true blue res guy. The words came in Cree, Pasigo Nipawe, Nipawe Stama. So get up, stand up for yourself, and that's words I remember from elders in my community, like don't ever let yourself go or give up on yourself.
Stand up for your culture, stand up for your life, stand up for your mother tongue, don't give up the fight.
So another tune you did for us was the round dancing song.
Round dancing.
Yeah, it's called round dancing.
Yeah, it's called round dancing.
Yeah.
And there was already a drum group, I believe, somewhere in Alberta, Saskatchewan, that sings this song on the drum, and they're singing about round dancing around the world. It's the traditional double beat.
Yes.
So I basically just stole that line and made it into a more contemporary, R&B poppy kind of feel.
Though the season is past and we have survived, elders are happy to be so alive. Deep in the heart of every boy and girl is the freedom to dance in the spirit-filled world. We go round dancing, round dancing around the world.
Round dance season, they always say 9 times out of 10 you step outside, you'll see the northern lights, because when the people are dancing, those northern lights are the symbol that represents those spirits. Ancestors and other spirits are celebrating with the community, so that as you're dancing on their behalf and they're dancing with you. And I think that's just a much healthier way than distancing ourselves from death.
We gather the drums and sing, hey now, hey ya. We go round dancing, round dancing around the world. We go round dancing all around the world. We go dancing all around.
Today, we've also recognized that we might have some common Mohawk ancestry.
That's right. We might have a common ancestor, an old traveling son, Garagwanti. I believe that's how the Mohawks pronounce it.
Yeah.
Louis Garagwanti.
Yeah.
He has descendants all over Alberta, so we might be long-distance cousins. And I got to. You got to get one.
I gotta get that one.
I'll shave you after this.
Art, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks
Thank you.
for joining us here on The Mix at the Harrison Festival of the Arts.
Good
at
luck to the
Harrison
Mix.
Harrison Lake, BC.